Chapter 7. Stay connected. Invention of the wheel. All of us need to go from one place to another for different purposes. We select the means of transport according to the distance and comfort. We are fortunate that we have many means of transport. But long years ago, the early humans did not have any means of transport. They used to go from one place to another on foot. They also used a wheelless cart, called sledge, to carry loads. The early humans could travel only on foot. They had to carry loads themselves. Then, they started using animals to transport themselves and their goods. A rolling down log of wood gave them the idea of making wheel. Thus, the wheel was invented. The invention of the wheel revolutionized transport. People started moving and carrying loads on carts fitted with wheels. These were pulled by people or animals. Invention of the steam engine. The invention of the steam engine brought another revolution in the field of transport. The steam engine was invented by James Watt in England about 240 years ago. The first train pulled by a steam engine was built about 200 years ago. At about the same time, ships using steam engines were made. It became possible to transport heavier loads more quickly. Modern means of transport. Nowadays, we have various means of transport powered by petrol, diesel, bio-CNG and electricity. These engines are now used to run various types of vehicles on land, sea and air. Roadways. The roadways provide transportation of millions of people every day. A road network consists of national highways, state highways, district roads and village roads. The national highways connect the states, major cities and tourist destinations. Highways like the Mumbai-Pune Expressway and the Noida-Agra-Yamuna Expressway in India are made of concrete. State highways are the main roads of the state. Major cities of the states and capitals of the states are connected by state highways. District roads connect with major roads and village roads. Village roads connect villages and small towns to other roads. Horse carriages are used in small towns and are referred as tongas and buggies. Cycle rickshaws are popularly used in some areas. Trams are used in Kolkata. Luxury and air-conditioned buses are also available in some cities. Railways. Railways can efficiently move a large number of people over long distances. They are also very useful for moving bulky goods from one place to another. The first railway train in India ran between Bombay, now Mumbai, and Thane on 16 April 1853. Today, India has the second largest railway network in Asia and the fourth largest in the world. The Vande Bharat, Gatiman Express, Shatabdi and Rajdhani trains have peak speeds of over 100 km per hour. Waterways. Rafts were the first means of water transport. With the passage of time, people began to use boats. Then came the sailboats, which used the power of the wind to move. With the invention of the steam engine, water transport also underwent a revolution. About 200 years ago, ships driven by steam engines started replacing sailboats. Ships became larger and faster. Today, most ships are driven by diesel engines. The most important thing regarding ships is that they are much cheaper than road and air transport. Many canals have been dug to shorten the distance from one country to another. They cut down the travel distance by almost half. The Suez Canal links the Mediterranean Sea with the Red Sea. Ships from India traveling to Europe now go through this canal. The Panama Canal links the Pacific Ocean with the Atlantic Ocean. Ships going from Europe to Australia now go through this canal. The busiest sea route in the world is between eastern North America and western Europe. It is called the North Atlantic Route. India has a long coastline and a number of ports. The major ports are Kolkata, Haldia, Paradip, Mumbai, Chennai, Kochi, Tuticorin, now Thoothukudi, JNPR, Kandla, Vishakhapatnam, New Mangaluru, and Marmugaon. A major portion of goods exported from India and imported into India are transported by ships. Within India, several rivers such as the Brahmaputra and the Ganga are used as waterways. Airways. The modern age of aviation began with the first air flight in a hot air balloon on November 21, 1783. More than 100 years later, the Wright brothers were the first to fly in a powered and controlled aircraft called the Flyer in 1903. Today, we have come a long way. Helicopters are also used for cargo transport and air support in times of natural disasters such as flood or drought. Aeroplanes take off and land at airports. Until the 1970s, most major airlines were sponsored by the governments. In India, civil aviation was nationalized in 1953. However, today, several private airlines like Indigo, GoAir, SpiceJet, Vistara, etc. operate in India. The major international airports are Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport at Kolkata, Chennai International Airport at Chennai, Indira Gandhi International Airport at Delhi and Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport at Mumbai. Problems of increasing traffic. The rapid increase in the number of motor vehicles is creating problems in most of the large cities of the world. Traffic jam has become a common scene on the roads. This causes air pollution and accidents. People also waste more time in traveling. If public transport is fast and efficient, fewer people will use their own vehicles. People should have used the public transport. Metro train has helped in reducing the congestion on the roads in Kolkata, Delhi, Bangalore, Jaipur, Chennai and Mumbai. In India, Kolkata was the first city to have a metro train. It is also expanding to other cities. Kochi Water Metro began operations in 2023. Kolkata's underwater metro, part of the East-West Metro Corridor, is India's first underwater metro. It runs beneath the Hooghly River, connecting Hawja and Kolkata. The tunnel, about 33 meters below the river, spans 520 meters. This engineering marvel enhances connectivity and reduces travel time between the two cities. Means of communication. Communication is the exchange of information or ideas between people. We communicate when we write a letter or send an email. News, advertisements, and other programs on the radio or television are also means of communication. Early written communication was in the form of pictures. Long ago, messages were sent over long distance through pigeons or horses. Later, the postal services made the task of sending messages much easier. Long-distance communication was revolutionized by the invention of the telephone in 1876. Personal communication. Exchange of messages or information between two individuals is called personal communication. Letters. We can send a letter through the post office or courier service. Urgent letters are sent through speed post service. The Department of Posts deals with letters in India. Telephones. Telephone is the fastest and most convenient means of sending spoken messages. It was invented in 1876 by Alexander Graham Bell. We can talk to anyone in another city in India using the STD, subscriber trunk dialing, facility, and to anyone in another country using the ISD, International Subscriber Dialing, facility. Mobile telephones, or cell phones, can be carried along wherever we go. We can even send short messages service, SMS, through our mobile phones. Fax. We can send an exact copy of a printed or handwritten paper to distant places. A fax machine is connected to a telephone line. The copy of the document reaches the receiver instantly. Email. We can send a message through an electronic mail or email, using a computer with an internet connection. Smartphones. Smartphones can be used to make phone calls and video calls, share music or video files and photographs, and to receive and send emails. Mass communication. Sending information to a large number of people simultaneously is called mass communication. For example, books, magazines, and newspapers communicate an idea to several people at the same time. The invention of the radio, cinema, and television has revolutionized mass communication. The Internet has become a powerful means of mass communication. Newspapers and magazines. The first printed newspapers relation appeared about 400 years ago, in 1609, in Germany. Newspapers and magazines give us news and information from all over the world. Magazines are issued weekly or monthly. Radio. Guglielmo Marconi is recognized as the inventor of the radio. Today, the radio is the cheapest method of mass communication. Cinema. The first film was shown on a screen in the year 1895. Talking films came about 25 years later. Today, cinema is an important means of entertainment. Television. John Logie Baird demonstrated the first working television system in 1925. He continued to make improvements, and by 1927, he achieved the first long-distance transmission of television signals. Within this period, it has become the most popular means of mass communication. Several television channels broadcast news, educational and entertainment programs. Internet. The Internet connects millions of computers across the world. We can find any kind of information on it and share it with other people as well. The Internet is a fast and efficient way of sending information around the world. We use the Internet for browsing, chatting, emailing, etc. That is why it is sometimes called the information superhighway. Satellite. Communication. Since the Earth is round, sending television signals around the world was a problem. Communication satellites solved this problem. These satellites are sent into outer space by rockets. They revolve around the Earth. Signals are sent to the satellites which transmit them back to the Earth, covering a much larger area in the process. It is because of these satellites that you can see events such as cricket matches being played in England or Australia live on your television. Telephone and computer signals are also sent to other countries through satellites. Advertisements. Another effective way of communicating with the masses is through advertisements. They give us information about products and services. Advertisements in newspapers and magazines reach only a few people. Advertisements on radio and television can reach everyone. Nowadays, the Internet is also used for advertising. Our government spreads social awareness government policies messages through advertisements.